Welcome,
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 welcome, welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the
Show.
JO Show.
Welcome,
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 welcome, welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors, like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics, from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the J.O. Show.
Welcome,
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 welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome,
Welcome,
welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
What up, man? It's your boy. It's your boy Jo. This is the Jo Show Unedited. You feel me? We talk music, we talk movies, we talk sports, we talk entertainment, and we damn sure talk all things Cleveland. This is an exclusive Sunday. My boy EP had some things to take care of, so the boy CDK is filling in for him. One time Maruski, but we're gonna get into all that. Look, and then that shoulder. Hey, and look, your shoulders don't roll when you see this. If your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater. You are a hater. Hey, listen, man, we're gonna talk about a lot of things today. And CDK, I appreciate you being on, big dog. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing to it but to do it. You feel me? Another day to be great. What's going on? What's going on? Like I said again, this is an exclusive Sunday. Minus the boy EP, he has something to do, so I'm gonna shout you out early in season. For what I heard and what I seen, he came here to Cleveland and hosted a great comedy show. And I wish I could have been there, man. I had to work the next day, so I couldn't really make that work. But shout out to the boy. We're streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitch. First of all, if you clicked on this, thank you. I appreciate it. But those sites that I just mentioned at the Jail Show, one word unedited. On Twitch, it's one word, the Jail Show unedited. Listen, hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow, share. CDK, what up, man?
How you doing?
Oh man, I am doing good, bro. Yeah, I'm doing good. No complaints here. What about yourself, man?
Oh shit, it's been a good week, man. Ain't nothing
Good.
like getting some good news, man. Ain't nothing
Oh,
like getting good news.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's
Um,
what's up, man. Hey, speaking of some news, bro. So there was a story out in Dallas, and
mhm.
I thought you might like this. Came out of Dallas. It was a high school. No, excuse me. It was a middle school, and they do this thing. You know, it's a father son breakfast. Um, the, na-
Oh,
the name of the school is Billy Earl Day Middle School in Dallas, Texas. And you know, a lot of kids wasn't going to participate and come to school because the unfortunate narrative is that there's no father nor father figure, and you know, the school and the community, they heard about that. So, you know, the school had put a little word out and was just kind of asking for, some type of like, I guess you can say volunteers or whatever. Raul, what's
mhm.
up, big dog? Happy Sunday to you, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, what up, man? So they put out a little word out, you know what I mean? And to their surprise, 600 men showed up to participate
Mhm.
in how any way they could. And I thought that shit was dope. Um, Black men, black fathers, they heard the story and they stepped up in a enormous way. And just wanted to get that shout out, coming out of Dallas. That was when I read it, I'm like, that's cold. Cause you might think, a couple volunteers, but over 600
Yeah,
men showed up to help in any way they could. So that was pretty
and that's
deep.
a super dope.
Huh?
I said that's super dope. Like I seen a little brief little story about it too, and saying like just the 600 dudes in the auditorium and whatnot. Like that's crazy. Like, but that's shout out to them now. Like,
Yeah, man.
and they doing big things in the community, so that's dope.
For sure, for sure. Another thing coming out of Dallas, man. So are y'all undefeated when AD plays?
Yes, we are. We 4-0, baby. We are
Man,
4-0.
are you guys undefeated when AD plays, man? What did that say? I want to, because I gotta know. Like, what did that tell? Not only you as a fan, but like, if you were in the organization, the franchise, what did that tell the franchise as far as moving forward?
I think it's just working on the chemistry and gelling for next year because we got pieces that's gonna be there. And honestly, like we got people playing for the playoff money. Like whether we get in, because like where we at is no difference if we tank. We can't tank and get a top 5 pick. And if we make the playoffs, what are we? First round exit? So like we just in that. It's like the 15th spot in the NFL. Like you just in a tough spot. Like so, we might as well play and try to get the guys the opportunity to make some more bread. We got guys on 2-way contracts, G League shit, who can get qualified to make it. So I like it.
Yeah, didn't one of them
Like
just
from
like play their last game? Like
yeah.
on
So
a
we
10-day?
got 3 of them, and we
Okay.
got to pick between one.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's gonna be Brandon Williams. But we got this dude named Kai Jones. We like him a lot. Like all 3 of them, like playing for that contract. It's like American
Yeah,
Idol.
for sure. Yeah.
Like, all 3 of them could make the team, and we need all 3 of them. But like, it's who go make the final cut. And
Okay.
the one dude, he can score on his own, so it's like we kind of need that. Like he in one of the games we won, he scored like 31 points, and like that's kind of like unheard of. Like creating his own shot. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was a lot of pick and rolls. Like running the offense through him. Like, and the mentality is no number 1 scorer. You know what I mean? We just about to
Right.
play basketball. So, like
For sure.
I love it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so AD does bring some type of energy and spark to this bit. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you guys do moving forward. And you know, shit, you guys are still technically playing
Yeah,
area, or where y'all at?
we knife right now.
Yeah.
We a half a game up on Sacramento and a game and a half up on the Suns.
Okay.
So like we got a third easiest schedule. The Suns got a horrible schedule. We gonna be in there.
Yeah.
And basically people wrote us off because it's like the narratives do paint bad pictures. Like Stephen A went on First Take and said basically, I just don't want to see Dallas in the playoffs. So he wrote them off. Like he just don't want to see them personally because he don't think we're a basketball team for some reason. But it's like, well, technically we're not. We're right there in the picture. I can see if we was like got 13 wins, then yeah, like it's different. Like we tanking, but like just to say you don't want to see us in the playoffs is wild.
See, I took that as a shot. It's like, you know, the West ain't as strong as, you know, people want to say. Because I mean, you're right. Y'all, you still can make the play in and possibly sneak into the playoffs. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I don't know. I took that as a shot, to be honest, like from Stephen A. But you know, he's been doing a lot lately. So we'll let him play. Hey, and what you think about in the NFL, dog? So the nose first down they getting rid of. You know how when they do this and then they go first down, can't do it no more.
No
15
fun
yard penalty.
league.
15-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty.
It's like the 3 pumps. It's like, come on, man. Like,
I know, right? That third pump, you just gotta hide it. Like, like you said, no for like, dude, what is we putting our bodies out here for? Like, if I can't celebrate, I mean, even though I listen, I think the first down celebration is like, unless it's like 3rd and 15, and you pick that bitch up, like, don't give me the first down signal on 3rd and 2, and you did a sweep and got it. Like, get back in the huddle. So I get it, but like, again, it's so emotional. This game is so emotional, and if you're taking away these guys' ability to show emotion, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be the no fun zone. Like, golly, that's just incredible. I'm like, all right, well,
I'm all about the personality. I feel like that's what, because the helmet is on them, so you can't really see their face. You know what I mean? The most you get is the post game interview, and that's all based off the wins or losses. So like, what you show on the field, because like at the same time you can get discredited.
Yeah.
If you show bad body language or you show no lack of emotion on a third down or a fourth down, then people could be like, "Oh, his head's not in the game" or some shit like that. So like,
It's
I
just
don't know. I can say it. Some of it is like race related. Like when Tom Brady do shit, they say, "Oh, he's fiery."
yeah.
It, not saying Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson, but like say Lamar Jackson do it.
Yeah.
Some of it, if you think about the celebrations, like it's mostly like black
Yeah,
celebrations.
it is. Yeah.
Go back to T.O. and Chad because they really got fined for doing all them celebrations. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like we want our brand, and both of them got nice little brands right now. So I don't know. Like you could tell when the rules are targeted towards a certain culture.
Yeah, for sure.
I think even though this can go both ways, like I feel like one culture does it more than the rest, but it's just that particular one, like the line knows. But I don't know. Like I feel like the rules, when you put them in there, they targeted it.
Yeah, for sure. They're making sure that they crack down on, I believe, the culture. Like, yeah, like no, this is the NFL. Like we're held to another standard, and we won't have it, and we'll crack down just like America cracked down. But who did they crack down on? It was definitely the minorities. Like it was definitely the minorities where they cracked down on. So it's just another like figure out worry about another rule. Like worry about something else besides a motherfucker showing some emotion. I mean, you're making it about. I guess I never even put that together. Of like, I guess you snorting a line of coke to the first down or something. I don't know. I thought you were just wiping the snot from your nose, like
like I got a baby on me.
Yeah,
like, shit like that. Like you gotta wipe his nose. Like I don't know. Like you can interpret it any type of way, but like I don't think anybody make a drug reference towards it. Like
no.
I mean, if that's the case, if that's the case, you should crack down on Aaron Rodgers blatantly smoking. That's his touchdown celebration. He's smoking a blunt. Like what else is he doing? Not a cigar.
Wow. No. Yes, it is. It's a stogie. He's just having himself a cigar. Like terrible. Because I'm pretty sure if Deshaun Watson had an audacity to score a touchdown and hit the blunt, yeah, he out of there. Like, yeah, he out of there. There ain't no cigar. You hitting the blunt.
That's Josh Gordon did that. They would have suspended his ass.
Yeah, he'd have been going earlier than what he was. Like no more. Like they wouldn't have gave him that many chances. Like, oh no, you're out of here. Your boy Russell Wilson, man. Your boy Russell Wilson, man. He went to New York, where he said like, that is terrible, Raul. Yeah. Hey, Russell Wilson, man. The dude went to New York. It was a 1-year deal. And people are trying to figure out what New York still going to be in the running for like some type of quarterback or something. I'm like, well, Marcus, what up, big dog? You say can the league pick? Yes, sir. Like that.
Yeah.
Period. That is a fact. Like they will do that to the point to where it's so noticeable now. It's like, dude, get the. But you bring in Jameis and you bring in Russ. And I don't know where they are in the draft.
They're like third or fourth.
Like, yeah, they're high. I want to say like 6 or better. So like, I don't know, because I don't want to address the Browns issue because it's the Browns and it's the number 2 pick, and don't nobody know what they're gonna do, and I'm over it. It's almost like I don't know why I want it to come faster, the NBA playoffs or the fucking draft. Like, cause I'm just over both. Like I'm over the last. Well, unless you're in a situation like your Dallas Mavericks, I'm just like I'm ready for the playoffs. Like I'm done. I'm done defending like a loss. Like motherfuckers love to ask me questions after the Cavs lose, and it's like, dude, I don't care. Like I don't care no more. Like I do see the the lead in the East shrinking a little bit. It's down like 4 games, and we have 8 left. So, but other than that, I'm done, man. I'm over it, bro. If I knew that question for you, I mean, if I had an answer for that question, bro, because it's for me, it was either Abdul or Travis Hunter, and then
Mhm.
you get a QB somewhere else, like in the later round. For the simple fact that Travis Hunter he's a 2-for-1. Like you get your
Mhm.
corner, but you can also help the receiving room at times when you have packages for this dude. Like,
Not only that, it's not. See, I think you're going to Dion him, whatever team gets him right, and you would take the Devin Hester approach. I think you would put him on corner first, and then have him be a punt returner.
yeah. And he
Just to
said that.
put
He
him on
mentioned
the
that.
field in
Yeah.
that situation, because that's what they did with Hester. That's what they did with Dion. And then you will have certain packages, no more than 5 plays with them on
Yeah.
offense, and most of them is go routes
Yeah.
or reverse.
Yeah. A reverse
So
go
like
route.
he wouldn't even have to study the offense. And that's what they did with Dion. That's what made him able to play both ways. He wouldn't. It was just you on the field, go straight.
And like, you know,
With the
I'm
second-
hearing this, and I'm hearing this, but you got Carter and Miles coming off the edge. All right, that's fine, but what else? Like,
But
what else though?
don't Carter need a surgery?
I do believe that. Like, and no one's talking about this. Like, it's almost like they're
So
not
like,
talking about it. But
to
yes,
me, we can't draft a player that's not going to play day one.
are you kidding me?
I don't think that is in the cards. I don't think that's on the tables. We cannot draft a player.
Hell no.
If you, that's trusting the process. That's Joel Embiid. We don't want to do it.
Yeah,
Like
we don't want to do that.
we can't, and especially if we like. I feel like the window like 3 years, kind of like the Mavs.
Yeah.
If you're telling me we're not rebuilding, then that's a year wasted on the number 1 pick. I think we did the same thing with Willis. Like they didn't blew his career.
Yeah, they did.
So,
Like, and you know what, man? I like Dart. I don't know what it is, but I like Dart. Woodbury loves his quarterbacks. I mean, Barry does. Like, that's what scared me, Raul. Like, you know, I was trying to pump that into E-head. Like, bro, like, it's not that I want them to take a quarterback at 2, but if I know Drew and if I know this organization, it would be highly likely that they will do something like that. And again, I like Cam Ward, but I don't know. Like, I watched this dude. I watched a bunch of highlights of this dude. I only caught him live. Well, in 2 games, I watched him play a full game, but I watched his highlights. I watched Shador's highlights. Like I watched these quarterbacks, and I'm just like, yes, old boy might be the best. Ward might be the best in this class because I think this class isn't that elite in that position. But if you're talking about manageable quarterbacks and you want somebody to come in and kind of run an offense, like, I don't know, Jackson Dart looks good at times to me. I'm not sold on Will Howard. He did a great job at Ohio State. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Like, as much as he throws him at me, it's like I'm not sure. But those type of quarterbacks, bro, like, they're there. So why not Travis to me is the pick. I think if he's there at 2, that's the pick, man. I like Abdul Carter. Again, coming off the injury, I'm not good with that. And the fact that, that sounds good. Carter and Miles off the edge. What about the side of the ball that we've been having problems with forever? Like, what about the offense? Like, so I don't know, man. No, if I knew the answer to who that should do.
I don't think the Giants or the Browns are starting on quarterbacks just because of what they did. Like, us bringing in Carson Wentz and Kenny Pickett, like, I think they bought to bridge it for real. Like, and I think the Giants about to do the same because, like you said, they got Jameis. Like, you about to spend that top pick? Like, that's crazy to do. Like, I don't think nobody saw. Like, I would grab Will Howard because he's used to the adversity here. I think he's the most ready to play here. Yeah. And like when it comes to a lot of these quarterbacks, It's who did they play? So like with Cam Ward, like you play North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
What is they DBs like? Like, you know what I mean? It's like Shador, like you in the Pac-12, like
Yeah,
who's over there? Like
dude.
what DBs you going against? Like what D
Dude.
tackles, D line you going against? So it's like
Dude.
I think that plays into a picture.
Yeah.
So like I think Will Howard would be the most ready for us if we was to go that route. But I
Detroit,
think he'd
what
be
up,
there in the
big dog?
third round. I think he'd be there in the third round. So like I would try to grab Hunter if he's there. If he's not, I would grab Carter in that case if he's not. But if Hunter's on the board, I gotta take Hunter. And then like I'll take
I cannot see y'all not taking Hunter if he's there at 2, man. Like, I don't give a shit about what Myles Garrett has been whispering and snickering and grinning about or whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Y'all gotta do the right thing for this franchise, man. Like, this franchise right here needs a Swiss Army, so to speak, because you mentioned the punt return situation, and E did as well. So I'm gonna make sure I give him that credit. And then you got a corner and you got a receiver. You just getting too many with one person that can help you score and put points up and defend. Man, he
primarily
definitely
I'll put him at DB.
Trent,
I'll
he
put him at
definitely
corner.
DB. I sent you the link too, big dog, but definitely you know what I mean, I'm putting him at corner, like as his primary position. Like that's what you're going to do. You're going to be corner. But I do think they need a quarterback. But
I think you
this
need the O
class
line
at
with the
2. Well, they're but see, if they did nothing else thus far, they have beefened up the offensive line. They have brought in a lot of depth and everything. So I just say at 2, I don't think they need a quarterback. I don't think they need a quarterback at 2. Like
Nah.
they do need a quarterback, but I don't think they need it at 2. That's just me. If you're looking at this class, there's only 2 people that they're talking about. But you're going to tell me that no one is going to come out and be a surprise, like out of this class, like a Will Howard.
They saying Milroe's supposed to be crazy with it after that 40 time or whatnot.
Well, Trent, I sent you the link, man, so you can hop in and definitely say your 2 cents because I would like to hear it. But yeah, I don't know.
They said Milroe's supposed to be crazy off his combine and pro day and shit.
I like him too. I like his build, and he got a kind of a weird release, but it just reminds me of, you know, if you're not trying to solely center the offense around the quarterback, because if you're doing that, then you're going to have to make sure you got other pieces, which we still don't have another running back. We still don't have a receiver. We still don't have another tight end.
And I was going to say, like, how do we like Gentry?
My point.
I like Gentry a lot.
That. They need a QB, but not at 2. Like, no, I don't believe at 2 they need a quarterback. That is correct. That's exactly what I'm saying. Not at 2, because your 2 options to me are who? If Cam is the best out of the litter, then the only other one would be Shador. But like you would have to be sold on you have to be sold. Like if you're telling me that you're sold on Shador, then by all means take him at 2. But if you're not sold, then you got decisions to make. Shador, Hunter, Shador, Abdul, Shador. Like you have more things to think about if you're not sure, because you have to be 100% sure to take him at 2. There's no you know, we're going to try to see what's up. We're going to make sure that he's ready to go. Let me go ahead and bring in the boy D Trent, man. D Trent, what's happening, big dog?
Man, what the fuck is really good, gentlemen? Damn, I feel like I ain't seen y'all in a half a year and shit.
I know, man. Yeah, I know. Well, you and Killer been active for the most part, man. We gotta make this a normal thing. But yes, I'm saying, I'm asking you. So you're taking a quarterback at 2
in this draft?
Yes.
I'm taking Shador. I'm not even taking Cam. I'm taking Shador. I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Please.
Let me get that back window, bro. No, the back window. So, I'm gonna tell you why I'm taking Shedeur. The whole point, the whole issue with the Browns is they can't sustain offense. Not an offense that looks like it's going to develop and grow. All right. My personal belief is you can find defensive players in free agency. You could trade for defensive players that's of good value and talent. But when it comes to offense, you got to draft them motherfuckers, because you trying to acquire somebody else top offensive talent, they gonna run in your pockets. So you got, especially when you a small market team, they could draft Abdul Carter, but why would they draft Abdul Carter when Isaiah McGuire has shown promise, Obadiah Nwankwo has shown promise, Alex Wright has shown promise? These all defensive ends, and you got Miles. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Defensive ends, you really need defensive tackles. You went and signed Malik Collins. You still got Mike Hall Jr., right? Mm-hmm. And it's more defensive tackle depth in the draft. So why would you go defense in the defense first in a draft full of defensive stars in the first 3 rounds? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree with
offense, right? You need to go either. So in order to know what type of offense you want, you need to know what type of quarterback you need to run it. I think we've all came to the consensus, or I think majority of us, that the Browns, Kevin Stefanski, need a gunslinger per se who can read defenses. Somebody who's willing to make plays from the pocket and not picking and choosing what receivers to throw to. The only person I've seen like that is Shedeur. Right? You could get him at 2, or you get him at 2. You know why? Because even if he don't hit, you could pick one next year. You don't really got no choice, because until Deshaun is off the books, that contract,
the rookie contract is golden.
Right. So get Shedeur, right? Because then now that you got your quarterback, you say, okay, I got my quarterback, Jerry Jeudy a receiver, then Njoku a receiver. Okay, I got Jerome Ford. How do I make this more potent? So now you can come back in the second round. You get maybe a Abuka Falls, Savion Williams will still be there. Eric Mayner may still be there. A ton of receivers will still be there. A ton of running backs will still be there. You got 11 picks. You can pick your quarterback at 2, and then you could trade back up into the second and third round and get hella value offensive talent to go with the offensive talent you got. Now your offense set.
Well,
now you can focus back on the defense.
What has you? Because if you're sold, then take him at 2. I don't believe the Browns are like completely sold, but if you are completely sold, then take him at 2. But what makes you sold to take him at 2, GM Trent? I'm asking, what makes you sold?
I was saying, Shedeur has taken mediocre talent and made it play better than what it was, right? Let's be very clear,
and mediocre situations as well.
When he was at Jackson State, they had
competition
won no
was just
games.
As mediocre, but the competition was just as mediocre.
I'm saying competition, bro. You can only play the competition in front of you.
So you can't call it mediocre. So how did he take a mediocre team that was in a mediocre conference?
Team was mediocre because the
so was the entire conference.
When he got there, were better than him. So when he got to the team, his team was mediocre. That's a fact. His first year there,
you can't label the competition as mediocre.
His first year at each school, he did better in his first year than the school had did the previous year. Okay. And his second year at each school, he did better, and the team did overall better, including the offense, than his first year. So there's progression.
Who's his number one receiver?
In the situation, the better the situation gets. When he was Travis followed him. He was Travis.
Well, his first year at Jackson State, it wasn't.
At 6'2", 180 pounds, gonna come in and impact right now. That's what you telling me.
Say what? I missed that.
You telling me Travis at 6'2", you telling me Travis Hunter at 6'2", 180 pounds is about to come in and impact the NFL right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At which position?
At all of them.
At DB.
Like how big you
At
need to be?
DB.
How big you need to be a DB?
Hold
For
on,
what?
hold on.
Like
Because I know this position, right? And I play DB, but the thing about Shador from a defensive person, and like I said, it's a competition that he's playing. He was banged up a lot, and his pocket presence isn't great. So you about to put him in Cleveland?
That's a lie.
You about to put him in?
That's,
You about to
that's
put him
where
in
I
Cleveland? Because
disagree
like
with you.
when I seen the highlights and I seen the tape and I seen the film, it seemed like Travis Sutherland was better than Ronaldo a lot. Like who was their number 2 receiver? Who was they tight end?
well, yeah, Horn.
Who?
Jimmy Horn Jr.
Yeah.
Jimmy Horn Jr. Webster was their other receiver, and all there you don't see was going in the first 4 rounds. So what?
First 4 rounds. Well, they make-
Right, I'm saying the first 4 rounds is usually the first 100. That's the top 100. What are we talking about? The first 3.5 rounds is the top 100. So what are we talking about?
Honestly, after the third round,
That's a bad thing.
after the third round, you kind of like you're looking for gems. Like let's just be real. Like after the third,
I'm saying
you're looking for
into the-
gems.
That's cool, but guess what? A lot of Hall of Fame gems that came there, so it ain't. That's too
How
much
many have
semantics.
the Browns
I ain't
pick?
talking about the semantics.
How many have the Browns picked though? Like we don't do good in that
What
area.
what does that have to do with this regime? I'm saying that has
So,
nothing to do with
so
us.
making smarter
You want
decisions.
that to matter,
So
but that
making
doesn't
smarter
matter.
decisions with the picks that you have that are that
This
you have to
regime
hit on.
has made
You
This
you have to
regime
hit
has
on.
made smarter decisions than every other regime before them. So we can't try to penalize them for some old shit.
No, it's not.
They ain't been making good decisions.
Andrew Berry's track record is draft. He don't really
Guess
do
what?
that well.
That's a lie. That's a lie, Joe. That's a lie, J.O.
No, it's not.
How is his track record trash and this team has performed better than every other? That doesn't make sense, bro. It can't be trash and he's still outperforming his predecessors. Make it make sense.
So he had what?
You got 2 coach of the years. You got 2
Dude, I don't want to hear that shit because one of them came by default. Like you get out of here. Like get out of here. So
my bad. The coach of the year don't apply. The coach of the year don't apply to Barry though. So that's my bad. That's the wrong person.
Yeah, Andrew Berry.
I agree with Raul.
Like
I agree with Raul.
Yeah.
Put that shit up there.
Yes, sir. Because Kelly was the man.
What? Browns haven't had a QB since Baker and Kelly.
Yeah. Raul, that's my boy.
I'm gonna say this, man.
Hey,
you know what I get the sense of? I get the sense of a lot of fans just got PTSD, and they cannot separate the forest from the trees. Okay, I don't feel like I'm one of those people. When it comes to this regime, this regime in 5 years then won what 50 games, over 50 games. No Browns regime has done that in 5 years.
Can I ask you a question about this game?
They went what 6-10, 11-5. They went 7-10. When they
have they ever won the division?
They went 8-9. They went.
Have they ever won the division?
No, none of these have. None of these have. So what does that mean?
So, I think they're all in the same boat. They never won a division. Like you,
that ain't not.
You gotta win a division at some point.
At some
is it
point.
Super Bowl above?
At some point. So this regime hasn't shown the capability of creating a roster that can win a division. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we're gonna finish third in the division this year.
J.O., do you agree with that this regime has?
I thought this regime has done better. I do believe also though that it kind of started, some ways back with the Jarvis Landrys and them. Like when that regime got here, thanks to I believe it was Sashi for setting them up for success, and old boy coming in, I can't think of his name right now, but he came in and brought in a lot of pieces. Dorsey, thank you, sir. I thought that's when it started. So they didn't inherit like a 99 Browns when Andrew Berry took over it. Like they didn't inherit that team. So they were on a trajectory when they got him. No. No.
When Andrew Berry and Stefanski took over, we had Ward, Garrett, Baker, Batonio. Wyatt Teller was just showing promise. Conklin was hurt. We didn't have a right tackle. Like that, I mean, we didn't have a left tackle. Let's be very clear. The defensive line was no linebacking core. They drafted Newsome. So let's be very clear. They drafted Newsome and Delpit. So let's be very clear. The team had a couple pieces, but it wasn't no Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski overhauled the rest of the team. They was put in a good position.
That's what I'm saying.
Did. The reason we don't have,
they were put in a better position than most regimes. So
I ain't gonna say that. Because when Butch Davis got here, he was in a great position. He fucked it up. Now that's a different conversation. We talking about who was in what position when they got the team. The 99 team was in the best position because they were free to make all their moves themselves. They had all the cap money. They did all the things. Chris Palmer did whatever the fuck he did. It ain't work. When Butch Davis came in, nigga, he had picks. He had cap room. He had some shit. He fucked it up. Butch Davis fucked that up. And then it just kept going downhill until we got to Sashi.
I think ownership fucked that up because they drafted Courtney Brown, they drafted Willie Green. Yeah. All them players had weed and legal issues. That's ownership, bro. That's not coaching.
And,
that was not a good
ownership. And ownership is responsible for Deshaun too, right? Then we just get that information.
Yeah.
So how is this? So this is what I'm saying. How does Berry and Stefanski get in the knot for making the most out of what they've had when their owner in their second year traded their next 3 first-round picks?
Because that's what happens.
Want them to do?
Because that's what happens. When shit
go
wrong,
right?
When shit go wrong, the store manager gets the heat, and then they take it to the higher ups. I mean, that's just how unfortunately how it goes. If there's a bad game and the team loses, the quarterback's that fault. Like that's just how the shit goes. So there's nothing you can do about that. People are going to blame Andrew Berry and Kevin. Like that's just going to happen.
Because when I'm looking at the regimes, all of them, I compare them to their peers, the teams in the division, and they all finish the same.
I mean, when you do that, then you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball when you started that way.
I mean,
like
when we look at this offseason,
that's basically low hanging fruit.
When we look at this offseason, did the Ravens and the Steelers not get better than we did? Because we stood back. We just resigned.
This offseason? You think the Ravens stayed the same? So how did they get better? They stayed the same.
Yeah,
they stayed the same. Okay, so that's not to get better. You exactly what you was
just signed their players.
Last year, right? Last year was a Super Bowl caliber team. You didn't change that.
Did they win a division last year? Did they win a division last year?
I believe so.
Oh, the Ravens? Yeah. Right. So what did they? I'm saying
they won a division, so they didn't have to make money.
So, but your term was they got better. How did they get better? And they didn't add nothing. They stayed the same. Make that make sense.
If we finished third in the division and we stayed the same and they stayed the same, who was better?
How did we stay the same? This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, how do y'all just be making these wild ass accusations? How did we stay the same? Explain to me. I'm listening.
How did we get better?
No, answer the question directly. How did we stay the same?
Because we didn't address any issues. We still got several holes, right? If you looking at it like a boat, we still got hella holes. We fixed the Myles Garrett situation. We fixed the Joe Batonio situation, but we still got hella holes on this boat. Do you think we're a playoff team right now? Because the Ravens are a playoff team right now. Right now, the Ravens are a playoff team, a Super Bowl contender.
I don't know, bro. We can't hear you right now, man. I think you muted yourself or something, dog. We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you at all. Yeah.
I seen he said some bullshit.
Yeah. Nah. Can't hear you, man. No, sir.
Speak no English.
Yeah. But look though, like I hear what he's saying, dog, but like you said, there's extreme issues with this team. So you can't, unfortunately, you can't address all of them like you want to right now. You know what I mean? You still gotta wait for the draft, and think moves are going to be made after the draft also. So you gotta, I just looked at the fact, okay, y'all short, I don't say you shorted up, but you beefed up the offensive line as far as depth. That was something that we saw last year kind of bite us. Even though we still kind of looked pretty decent, we had issues where we was still putting like backups inside of backups. Say something.
We good?
Yeah, we
We
good.
good?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. So yeah, like, there's so much to address that you're not gonna be able to do it all at once. And shoring up the offensive line for me was something that I appreciated. I guess replacing what you lost on the defensive line side is pretty much what y'all did. But you gotta wait for the draft. Shit's gonna happen after the draft. So this team ain't done from trying to put themselves back in a position to win. So, they have made I would say they haven't stayed completely the same, but they just haven't wowed you yet. And I think that's what most fans are like, y'all looking for this big wow factor right now, and it ain't about to happen right now. Like, so yeah, I think we lost you again, man. I don't know.
No, I was just on mute. No, I was just on
Okay,
mute.
yeah.
I got a tendency to be overzealous and shit. I'm trying to catch my shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good. We can catch you still.
You know
Don't
what
worry
I'm
about
saying?
it. Jail show
No, but
man.
I
Just
agree
like
with
that.
your wording versus CDK wording. They haven't wowed you yet. I would knock that. But to we stay the same. That just blew me. Like, bruh, that's not real. Like, you can't change as many players as they have changed and then say they stayed the same. That's how do you even say that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that. I'm just, to me, it just sounds like CDK, you not as informed on each move as I think you should be.
No, all right, I can't be, because like I gotta see it. Like, you know what I mean? You caught up on the names. I want to see performance on the field.
Okay,
so right now
go ahead.
I think we stayed the same. Like we didn't get better at the position. Like he said, like we filled some gaps. You know what I mean? We put duct tape on it. But are the players that we got better than, like, if we get a running back, is he gonna be better than what Nick Chubb gave us in the games that he played?
But
we gotta address that.
Why do you see?
But
this is my problem with some fans. Hold on,
exactly.
Who
knows? Who knows? We can't say they got better or worse.
Wait. This is but you're being unrealistic and illogical with it though, and that's the part that frustrates me. Bro, Nick Chubb is a rare specimen. 99 teams in a lifetime might not get a Nick Chubb. Fuck is you talking about, CDK? Don't do that.
Okay, Mike Hall. Did we address who retired? McLeod? Did we address that?
Did we address the safety, bro? You could address that. That's not an important thing. That's not important.
You saw that. Like, we've seen
that.
Let's
be serious, man. It's not important right now. All the other, let's be serious. Let's prioritize. They needed to better the defensive line, get more athletic. So that's why you got Malik Collins over Dalvin Tomlinson. Somebody who's a little taller, who's a little more athletic, who's more of a disruptor in that middle next to Miles, who can rotate around too. Mike Hall already showed you he could do that.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Now you got,
baby.
You know what I'm saying? Then so now you bring back Maurice Hurst. You can draft one in the later rounds because it's a deep draft for D tackles. So you can actually take a better version of a Siaki Ika. You see what I'm saying? And let that come up. And then, like I say, I already named the defensive ends. So you can still bring in somebody, whether that be a free agent you find slipping up or a young rookie you think got promise, you cool. You brought Jerome Baker in because JOK most likely not playing this year.
Yeah.
You brought back Devin Bush, who at one point in time was one of the top 3 linebackers in the league.
Thank you.
Muhammad Diabate has gotten better every season, so he's showing promise. So you're not bare at the cabinet when it comes to linebacker. Then you talk about defensive back. How you start off the year with the best defensive back trio in the league, and all of a sudden now everybody whack. You got to stop. You got to make this shit make sense. You got Emerson, Ward, re-sign Newsome, and then you still got Del Pitt. So on defense, you have way more starting talent caliber on every
kid, man.
What did he say?
No, he talking about Mike Hall, man. Like, damn, man. I ain't gonna put it up there. Y'all can read it yourself.
Oh
I
my
ain't
God.
posting that
He
up,
don't
man.
even
Come
know
on,
what
Raul,
salary
man.
cap
Not the Sour Patch
purgatory
Kids,
is.
man.
The fact
Damn.
that you even saying that tells me you don't even understand the NFL salary cap at all. So, it's just certain things you can see and you just be like, okay, you don't really know what you're talking about. It's cool. You just go ahead and go. So, but I'm
They're
saying,
not like in a bad spot with Cap though.
I mean, being in a bad spot, being in purgatory is two totally different situations.
I mean, I guess that's just a fancier word for saying, motherfuckers trying to like over exaggerate the word, like the magnitude of it by saying purgatory, but
No, if he would have said cap hell, if he just said cap hell, I'd have been like, all right. But purgatory mean you can't do shit.
Yeah, you can't do
How
a
the fuck
damn
they did
thing.
all these moves if they can't do shit? How do they make all these moves? Like, you got to make it make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was just saying all that to say.
That was the Watson contract, though. That was the restructure of the contract from Watson. Without that,
It's
none
not
of this
just
would have been possible.
his. That's a lie. They restructured Conklin contract. They extended Miles. All that shit made cap room. Like, all of those moves mattered.
Yeah.
They signed Malik Neal. Huh? The main one was Miles. The main one was Miles, not Watson.
The extension?
Yes.
I don't think you could do the extension without the contract
restructure. You cannot move money in a player's contract if they don't have the years locked in on your team to move the money to. That's why I'm not worried about Deshaun's contract, because whenever his contract up, bro, he gonna get extended. He gonna get a little extension for like 3 years. That's gonna help them push that money back, make the cap hit a little less, and give them a more ability to trade him, bro. I listen, I'm a football head. I do this shit. So I was playing salary cap numbers before these niggas even knew that shit was a thing. All right?
So what do you do?
Let me tell you.
So what are you doing with Watson for the remainder of his contract?
Well, you're saying it like that nigga ain't gonna never be good and never.
I'm asking a question. Crazy. What are we doing? Because we're talking about quarterback number 2. We're talking about getting your quarterback on it. So what are we doing with him? Like, I mean, what are we doing with him?
The first thing, I should probably let you go.
Like, I mean, that's just a legitimate question, big dog.
No, I think it is a legitimate question. I'm about to say this. I think with Deshaun's contract, right? Right now, the only thing we worried about is Deshaun getting healthy. Oh, wait, bro. Is Deshaun getting healthy, right? None of this shit matters until he get healthy. My juice. None of this shit matters until Deshaun get healthy. If Deshaun get healthy, now this gives you a number of things. If he don't get healthy, now you talk about a player that may retire and give you majority of your money back. So it's not like, it's not like it's purgatory. All right. But for right now, all Deshaun need to do is just get healthy. This year don't even matter to you. This year matters not to you.
So you draft the quarterback at number 2 and tell them that you're gonna
because
be
that way
this year.
I'm gonna draft a quarterback at number 2 that I believe in, that gives me incentive to push Deshaun to shit and get off the pot. Because that's the position you in. Okay, Deshaun, you ain't gonna be healthy this year. So this rookie gonna get a chance. You gotta understand this too, as that play as well. Kevin Stefanski has never had a chance to pick his quarterback. Like, let's be very clear. He has never had a chance. This is the first time in his 5-year, 2 head coach of the year tenure that he has a top 5 pick to pick the quarterback he wants. We don't think he deserves that chance?
And they're gonna let
him. That's just an isolated question. Do you think he deserves that right to do that?
As a head coach of any football team, I think you have the right to have input. Yeah. But are they gonna give it to him?
I'm telling you, bro. They came out at the beginning and already said they lifeboat quarterbacks. So that lets you know whichever one there, they're gonna take it. It makes the most sense to take one. That's not a lot of people say that's a reach. It's not a reach, bro. Your defense is a high quality defense right now. With a couple more pieces, you could actually call an intimidator. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So your offense though only has a number 2 running back, a number 2 receiver, and a number 1 tight end. So it makes sense that you will start at that. If you know what type of quarterback you got, don't you think it's a lot easier to pick his weapons? versus trying to pick the weapons and then find you feel what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck matches their shirt with their shoe? Who the fuck you know what I'm saying? You buy your shoes and then you match everything with your shoes. You don't buy everything and then try to find the shoes to match. You know, that's the hardest shit to do.
I know, but when we're talking about again quarterbacks, and we've been talking about this particular draft, and it's only two top quarterbacks. None of these other quarterbacks is going to do anything in the league.
Not coming in and starting. I think Tyler Show may be the only third quarterback that can come in and start. And I say that because Tyler Show is older. He done been through some things. The Browns say they want to try to do Tyler Show, then that tells me in the next year or two, they plan on trading up to draft a quarterback that they really like. But if it's me, bro, listen, if I want to take all the light off Deshaun Watson, why the fuck wouldn't I draft Shedeur Sanders? Why would it be a risk to take the quarterback that has the highest completing percentage against the worst line? That's what I want to say. That's what made me come up. You said his pocket presence was trash. How are your pocket presence trash? How do you keep an elite percentage when you have the worst offensive line in college football history? Make it make sense. That means he was running for his life and he still had enough awareness to make plays while running for his life. All that footage you watch, go back and count how much time he got to throw the ball, and you tell me how he making that shit happen.
I think it's gonna be the same amount of time he would have here if he was here, and you don't have Travis Hunter to build you up. Like you.
So David Njoku and Judy is sorry.
Oh, I didn't say that. But I'm not sold on Judy. He had a couple good games, unexpectedly, versus nobody's.
Still, like at a number one, I don't trust Judy. Like, I fuck with Judy. I still don't see him as a number one receiver. I don't.
I called him a number two. I did call him a number two.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's
so you could draft. I'm saying you could draft your number ones though. You could draft your number one quarterback, your number one receiver, your number one running back right now. You could do that right now with the draft capital you got and the draft that this is. You could do that right now. Why wouldn't you do it? That's
because you gotta. I'm just saying, if you're sold on him, then do it, Cleveland. Like, look, I've never said that I don't like him as a quarterback. I think he has great potential. I'm just saying that as an organization, you have to fuck liking them, saying I like both of them. I think they're both. You have to 100% without a shadow of a doubt be all in for this pick because it's the number 2 pick and it has to hit. So if you're sold on them, cool, get them. I'm a Browns fan, but don't just go off the impulse of thinking about the future when you can still do what you're trying to say with getting Shedeur. You can still do that and still bring other pieces in for someone else you may like or whatever the fuck. You got to be sold. Like for me, if that's what you're gonna do, cool. But you got to be 100. You have to have done every bit of your fucking homework to make.
Wow, what I'm saying, like I don't. So
why wouldn't they?
I don't. Wait. Let me
ask me a question, right? You ask me a question.
But make sure you know the question I'm asking.
Please.
Why does it seem like such a panic mode? This is the part where I feel like I'm separated from a lot of other people when it comes to these Brown situations. I feel like a lot of people are in panic mode. I'm like, bruh, our head coach is 42 or 43. Our motherfucking GM is 42 or 43. They're the youngest tandem in the fucking league. Okay, so they're going to grow and get better, bro. Nothing happens overnight. You need time. You need time to figure out what works for you, how it works. People, I think because the NFL has been on such a short leash over the last couple of decades, people truly forget. It takes you at least 7 years to build your team. Because it take you at least 5 to get in your idealism with the players that match up. Yes, bro. It takes you at least 7 years.
We've been here since.
If you go back in history, what's good, baby?
We've been here since '99.
Notre Dame of Ohio competition.
Yeah, I saw it. That boy Raul,
he played.
Look,
Notre Dame of Ohio competition. Look, I heard y'all say it and then I read it.
I'm talking about the quarterback position. There is a panic and a desperation because we have yet since 99 to find it.
You get that right.
So how are we going to knock the fans at the quarterback position, not at the entire team? The entire team level, I do agree with you, Trent. There's just some misconceptions about how y'all view the overall team. I totally agree. Like, this team ain't fucking start. Like, this ain't a start over team. Like, so stop it. But at the quarterback position, where for some odd reason we have yet to figure the shit out, and now we have the number 2 pick, and you're telling me we're going to draft Shedeur Sanders at number 2. You better be sold. You better be sold for me, dog.
Yeah,
because it is a panic. It is a panic there. We don't know what we don't know how Deshaun Watson gonna recover. We don't know. We don't even know who our backup is. I mean, if you're talking about Kenny Pickett, like, listen.
Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong with Kenny Pickett being the backup?
And you wonder why people are in a panic about the.
All right, so look, hold on, wait, because listen, right? Hold on, wait. Hear what I'm saying, right? Hear what I'm here, because my question was, what's wrong with Kenny Pickett being the backup? Okay, this is where I'm not understanding. Kenny Pickett was a first round pick. He started in Pittsburgh. It didn't work out. But in all fairness, Pittsburgh has a shitty offensive scheme to begin with. All right, so I ain't gonna knock him there. He went to Philly. He ain't do the greatest at Philly, but what he did do was spend a year in a Super Bowl winning culture as a backup. So what that shows me is you got some type of discipline, restraint, and understanding to know the task at hand. You're coming in here to compete. There's nothing wrong with a 4th-year, first-round pick quarterback competing for a job. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody could say that's a bad thing for him to compete. All right, but nobody said he was going to get the job. You're going to compete against this rookie. You're going to compete against this rookie, this top 2 rookie, right? And then if I got another veteran I can bring in, I'm going to bring him in too. But now this helps me out in multiple ways, because now I got a young project quarterback that took the place of Dorian Thompson, which is Kenny Pickett. I can draft me one. I can still bring in the vet, and I still got a wild card on standby for next year. That's the position you want to put yourself in, a position where whatever happens, I'm still set up for now and whatever improvisation I may have to do later. That's smart business. Now, if you take care of that with your first pick, now you got 10 other picks and your motherfucking rest of your salary cap capital to fill in the rest of your team.
Hey, I hope you're right. But what I'm saying is, don't knock the fans being in a panic about this number 2 pick and a quarterback position. Not the team. This quarterback position that we have, it has eluded us since 99. And they're just desperate now at this point. Like, we're desperate to finally have something that we can say we're going to stick it out, ride it out, and have success with. So, again, if you sold, Cleveland Browns, listen to me. If you're sold, take the pick. Take the pick. But
can I ask a random question?
Gotta work, please.
Do y'all think the Browns should be hosting a draft party?
I didn't understand.
Hell the fuck yeah!
I don't get it. Like,
yeah, because it's Cleveland.
Like, y'all motherfuckers is trying to.
I want to get paid.
Butter me up for the fuck up. Like, let me get y'all a concert and distract you from the fuck up. Like, I don't know. Like, don't give me no goddamn draft party thing. Like, it was already in Cleveland, I believe, right? We already had our draft turn.
Yeah,
like,
they got some food downtown.
Yeah, you bringing in who they bringing in? Billy Joel or something? Who they bringing in? Bruce. I don't know who they bringing in here.
I think Journey or some shit like that. Yeah, hey,
bro, butter me up for the fuck up.
You gotta put on the show and do this in front of your face so you don't see the fuck up to come. Like, nah, I'm talking shit, man.
Butter me up for the fuck up.
I didn't get the draft party. Like, I'm definitely talking shit on that. But it was just like, I mean, I guess if you want to make some money early, because you're charging for something in that building, concession and everything else. So if you want to make a couple dollars real quick, go ahead. But the draft party, I ain't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
He said, "Butter me up for the fuck up." I ain't got over that shit.
I'm drunk,
So how about
listening to Journey and shit. And y'all over here to pick the lineman at 2 and shit like from North
I just had
Dakota
to
State
ask.
or
I
some
seen
shit
the
like.
flyers and shit going around the city. So I'm like,
Ah shit. Hey man, that is
shit. He said he was. Hey, look, he said he was just fans over Oh shit!
oh, shit.
I'm dead. Hey, this nigga right
Hey,
here,
man. Bro, you gotta put that on the t-shirt, J.O. You gotta patent that, bro. Butter me up for the fuck up. Oh, what?
Say.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Cause you know, I
gotta
seen
get that.
travel packages last year. They was trying to get niggas to go to Vegas and New Orleans and shit.
Man, you talking about
And I'm
the
just like,
London takeover. If you don't get the hell out of my face, I ain't going all the way over there to watch this shit. Like, I'm gonna be in the privacy
niggas
of my
asked me like,
home.
let's go to Vegas to go watch the Browns. I said, no,
Yeah.
if you want to go to Vegas, let's go to Vegas. If you
Yeah,
want to go to Vegas and watch the Browns.
But no,
So,
if
them-
Browns in Vegas, I'm going. Like, we just go and fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is insane, dog. Hey, look, we're on multiple platforms, man. D Trent, man, I really appreciate you hopping on, man. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. At Facebook, at the Jail Show, one word unedited. YouTube, at the Jail Show, one word unedited. Twitch, one word, the Jail Show unedited. Hey, man, before we get out of here, I don't know if you want to stick around, D Trent. I normally do something called Gotta Pick One. And I'm just gonna call out some random shit, and you gotta pick one, dog.
A random who?
I'm gonna throw out some random shit, and you gotta pick one. That's just the segment. You get 2 options.
Fuck it, why not?
That's
I get
up,
all
man.
right, man.
All right, let's do it. hey. Pumas or New Balance?
Puma.
It's the New Balance for me, man.
Yeah.
Well, I was at, I was in the Heights. So like when in my generation, like the '97, it was the Sauconys and New Balances.
Yeah.
And since you ain't say Sauconys, I gotta go New Balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Puma.
I thought the Sauconys was the like the XJs of them, like the XJ 900s that are the Pumas and shit.
I mean, I'm
first
with
street
you.
drop.
People used to clown motherfuckers for wearing the Sauconys, man. Like I used to see people get clowned for Sauconys, and now they like a hot shoe. Like let's be clear. I don't know what era you grew up in, but I know I didn't see niggas get clowned for wearing Sauconys. Like back growing up.
It was the first drop. The first drop was all right.
Yeah.
First drop was all right, but I mean at that time, like niggas were wearing New Balances. So like,
yeah.
Not you get a mulligan for the first one. Not you get a mulligan
right.
for the first one. But I'm gonna go Puma because I feel like Pumas look good when you wear casual shit, like when you wear like hood casual type shit. Yeah. Puma a good shoe for that. That's my opinion.
You know what? And I can see that. Yep, I can see that. I'm fucking with New Balances. I like Pumas too. I'm fucking with New Balance, but if you're gonna bring that up as far as if you having a casual attire, I do believe Pumas can kind of lay your shit a little bit better than that. So that's what's up. On to the next one. Hey. Bacon or sausage?
Pecan. It's French.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's French.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I can eat bacon with nothing. Like,
that's a bag of bacon. Let's get a plate of bacon, baby, and I'm good. Them sausages, like I think them sausages hit on me like real quick. Like, yeah, everybody going bacon. That's what's up. Yeah, like I like sausage too, but yeah, I can do it. Like you said, bacon. I'm taking the bacon. On to the next. Hey. Would you rather be hot all the time or cold?
I'd rather. Oh shit! I'm gonna say hot, cause I can get in the pool, I can cool down. But when I'm cold, it take way too long to warm up.
I dig it.
I'm gonna say cold because when I get hot and it's unbearable, like I don't know, it get different. Like
yeah, so like, I'm saying cold too for that reason. Like I already run hot, so it's like if you live in Lakewood, they do the sausage game up there. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Raul taking
This is
over
the
the show
exclusive
today,
Sunday.
baby. Yeah. Raul is
Raul.
else, dog. Oh shit. It's like but yeah, like for me, it's like I already run hot. So it's like once I get to that point, which I'm barely ain't no pool fan, ain't shit gonna get me there. But like when I'm cold, I can figure out ways to like it might take a minute, but I can figure out ways to kind of warm up. Plus my body temperature, like I said, I just run hot anyway, so I'd rather be cold than hot. But yeah, that's crazy. This nigga, oh boy. On to the next one. hey. Cash or card, man? Just you and
Cash.
yeah.
Cash is king.
I love that.
Yeah, see,
Cash for me.
I like both. Like, I mean, I like to have a little bit of cash on me, but like, you know, not a lot. But if I had to go, I'm going card. But cash is king, and I like to have like cash on me at some point. And speaking of cash, man,
Yeah.
do y'all tip? Like, do you think tipping has
It
gotten out of hand?
depends.
Like, do you think
No,
tipping
I
has gotten
think
out of hand?
I think people are feel too entitled. And they forget how tipping works. Okay.
Yeah.
Tipping is the reward for a quality service that you don't get on the regular.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
get tipped just for showing the fuck up. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
that you showed up. I didn't tell you to work this motherfucking job. Ain't none of my motherfucking
You keep that-
business.
Dude, that is my biggest hanger. Like, well, you know they only get paid. I didn't tell them to go there. They knew they only got paid that as well. Like, what-
You gotta
why do
earn
I
the
gotta-
tip. You gotta
Yeah,
earn the
you
tip.
have to.
That's what I
because
told her.
it says we're gonna pay you this amount plus tips, which means you have to earn them too. Like, you have to earn this little $3-4 we pay you, and you gotta earn them tips. Like, do you like, dude? Like, and I don't want to call no names. So I'm just gonna say buffets. Like at buffets, it's like you're expecting a gratuity or a tip, but it's like you're replacing my juice and like taking my plate. Other than that, I don't even see you because I'm getting my own food. Like, I'm doing my own service. Like, you're just taking, but then at the end of the day, you kind of expecting a little tiznip. And I'm like, should I not be able to pick and choose? Like, am I a dick if I don't? Like, am I a dick if I don't tip? Like,
I ain't gonna even lie to you, JL. I don't give a rat's butt what they think.
yeah.
I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. You can call me whatever I am, whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why
Then
would
why
I
would
say
I say I
am?
am? I dig it.
You
Yeah.
feel me? I don't care what you think. I'm gonna make my decision and you gonna live with that.
Yeah. And Kelly, you
I
brought
feel
up
like-
something good about the bar. Like, if you can kind of
Yeah, I feel like it goes both ways, right? So like I used to be a server, and I feel like it's exactly what D Trent said, because I know he in the the restaurant business or the line business, whatever you call the shit. And it's literally, you know, you're hired to do a job. It's like being a taxi driver or a limo driver. Like, you are hired to do the job. Like, the tip is a bonus. Like, so like I never went to a table like or worked a shift. Like, I'm expected to get paid this amount of money when I leave. I know, worst come to worst, I get paid $4.25 an hour, whatever that is. So it's on me to perform. It's one thing if I give you great service and you don't tip, then
Yeah,
yes, you're a
right.
dick.
Yeah.
Also, on the flip side, when I go into restaurants and like I have no problem tipping. Like, anybody that ever seen me in a restaurant, no, I had no problem tipping. And I have a tip meter in my head. Now it's on you as the server or the waiter to start declining that shit.
Yeah.
Your performance is performance based. I feel like it's contract incentive.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If you don't come to my table for a whole 45 minutes and you doing everything else, I seen a bitch doing karaoke when she supposed to be the server.
Yeah.
They messed up my order. I ain't get my food, and the chick over here doing karaoke, singing her life away.
Yeah, that's insane.
Hey,
Shame on it on the job too for letting that happen.
I definitely feel like I'm with you on this, ZDK. I got a limit in my head, right? And two, it depends on how much I'm coming to spend at the spot too. So just for instance, right? if I come into a spot, me and my peoples or me and my lady or however that work, right? And I'm about to spend like $600-700 in here, right?
Mhm.
For quality service, you can get $100 tip. I don't think that's out of pocket. I don't think that's too much. I don't think that's too little, right? But if I'm spending this $600-700 and I gotta keep asking you for shit, woody why, that shit might go down to 20 real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there are deductions in this. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got a
Honestly,
mental deduction. Like, oh,
and
you
honestly,
didn't do
that's
that?
me as a consumer, right? Because it's the same thing when you go into the mall. Because I used to work in Beechwood for 7 to 10 years. So if I go into a store and you don't even look my way, or you just following me the whole time, I'm gonna think you on some racist shit. Because there's a lot of times when you go into the store, they don't even acknowledge you because they feel like you don't got the money to afford their product.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that is the same. I'll walk out the store. I might plan on spending a rack. Ain't no telling what I plan on spending, but if you don't acknowledge me as a customer, as a consumer, I'm not about to spend with you. And that's just economics. Like, I know as I work hard as fuck with my money, so I'm gonna determine how I'm gonna spend my money. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, you can like it, you cannot.
Yeah.
But I also brought up at the bar, right? You go to the bar, say your first drink $15 or something, you might tip 7, 8, or say your shit $30 and you tip 15, which is half. How many more times do you expect me to tip you, or what do you expect if I was to come back to the bar 6, 7 more times? Like, because from there I'll start tipping like $2, $3 because I feel like off the first one I'm showing you
Yeah.
love. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not
I
about to
showed
tip
you
you
love
$20
on the
overnight.
first one. But
I
you
ain't
ain't
about
about
to
to
tip
take
you $20
advantage.
overnight. So I feel like
Absolutely
we
not.
gotta figure it out.
Hey, listen. Call me cheap, call me whatever, right? Even when I do go to the bar, I'm probably got a 2-drink limit I'm buying from y'all.
Mhm.
And that's to only keep the buzz
I'm about
going
to do
because
that
I was
right now.
drinking before I
That's a
got
fact.
there. Okay. Why
I
would
got
I
my shit.
go in there and want to show off to spend $16 a shot when I could have just went and bought the bottle for 30?
Yeah. Well, you charging me $5 for a beer. That's a 6-pack.
Yeah, like I
Like,
respect the hustle, don't get me wrong. So that's why when I come in the spot, I don't mind buying one. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
maybe
You know what I'm
even
saying?
two.
Or buy
But
somebody a drink, it's cool, but y'all expect me to be in this bitch just shelling out cash so y'all can feel better. I don't give a fuck about y'all feelings. That ain't why
yeah.
I came here.
So yeah, for me, it's like if I'm at the bar, you know what I mean, I go to the bar, my first drink, I'll tip. And then I might get another drink and another drink before I leave. And then on that last one, when I cash out, if I feel like tipping you something else, I might, or I'm just gonna go back to what I already tipped you. Like, we're done for the day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not here to
I can't tip
pay
on
you. I'm
every
not here
drink.
to pay you. Like, you know what I mean? Your job is to pay you. I'm not here to pay you like for the day. I'm just here to help you out a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to
And
know
I
if
ain't
y'all
really saying can't. I just don't want to tip on every drink. Like,
yeah, I
what we
shouldn't have
doing?
to. Yeah.
And like for the most part, I ain't.
I do agree
Bartenders
though.
don't look for it every
I
drink.
do agree
You know
though.
what I mean?
I agree, Raul.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I don't.
Honestly,
The bartenders
open.
pick and choose who they want to get drunk.
But if you tipping them well, they're gonna put you together. Like I've never been in a situation where I kind of felt myself, you know what I mean? I had a couple dollars on me and I said, well, you know what? The first drink you gave me was cool. Here's the tip. I tip you again. Then that second drink is like, oh god damn, okay. Like I've seen I've firsthand seen it. Like, you know what I mean? Even though you're right, they might pick and choose their like who they fuck with or like whatever the fuck that is, but like money plays.
That's how you spend the money.
I come in.
Yeah. Money plays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, listen, because when I go to the bar, you know what I get? A Long Beach. This is what I drink. All right. I need a drink with 7 liquors in it. I need a drink.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want no sour in it. You
Just
throw a
don't
little
want
orange juice,
easy.
a little cranberry in my joint just to change the color and give it a little joint.
Yeah.
Buka, look, and I don't mind drinking my shit out the straw. I ain't tripping.
Oh, no,
Guess
get
what?
me a
Everybody
straw.
know how to clean their
I need
motherfucking
that straw. Like,
glasses.
yeah, you got
So
to call
listen, I
glass or
ain't
something.
got
That's
no
like a
problem with
beer or
drinking
something,
out
but
the straw. Now, if
yeah,
I got
get
a
that straw.
shot, I drink the shot out the glass and shit.
Yeah,
It's
just
a
do
shot.
it.
You know
So
what I'm
that's
saying?
out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
That's
drink though, listen.
Yeah.
And plus, I ain't a shot person. When I'm about to be
I
in
know,
that bitch
right?
with my drink for a minute, bro. I ain't coming this bitch to try to get all placid and shit. Nah, I came in here to enjoy the atmosphere while I sip on my drink and step out on your patio and blaze. This is what I'm here for.
Yeah, that's what.
Cause
Buy me a little cutie to
usually,
chop it with. This is what I'm here for.
I'm about to say usually how I do it. Off my first drink or whatever, first round,
What up, big
I
dog?
cop that and I overcompensate, right? And usually the bartender would be like, shit, you gave me too much. And I'll be like, this for you. I'm letting you know what type of time we about to be on from the jump. And from there, I'm usually not doing much, you know what I mean? So if I do decide to tip, it's $1. I feel like I would have spent that on the jukebox. But when we
Shit.
start doing, I feel
What
like
up,
we
bud?
start doing rounds and shit.
Buzz, he
If
get
I
the
was
$6
to,
beat.
from there, if I was to get a round, then
Yeah,
I'm gonna tip you 5-10 off
yeah,
of that because now you doing a lot for me because I gotta get everybody together, ask them what they want and shit. And you probably missing a couple bucks, so I'm gonna tip you again there, and then on the final one, I'm gonna tip you. But off the first one, I'm probably doing dollars and twos. Like
I dig it.
we figured it out on the first one.
Hey, well, look, the tip game is just crazy, and I think I should be able to tip if I choose to, and if I don't, like you said, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, like, because I'll be back, and maybe the next time I come back, I might tip your ass, but like, nigga, I don't have to tip you every time I
Hey,
come.
I
Like,
might not be back. I don't
or
get
that
shit
too,
my
like, depending
way.
upon
You
how I
feel
feel.
me?
Like, if I felt like you was sweating me over this 9-tip shit, like, you know what I mean? If I felt like you had some type of animosity towards me because I chose to do something that, nigga, it's my choice, then yeah, whatever. Hey, but look, I got one more, and it might get a couple people in trouble, but we're gonna end it on this one, man. Last one, dog. Hey, so you got Sunday dinner, right? But you got two options.
Mhm.
You got two options for the Sunday dinner. You going to mama house or grandma house?
I'm going to
My
Mom
mom.
Duke's house. I mean, it don't really matter, but I'm going to Mom Duke's house.
Yeah, I'm going to Mom Duke's. My grandma, and this is just my own little thing. So like, my grandma, she was a big vegetable person, and I was too. But like, when I was a child, I didn't like to see it like broadcasted. So like, my grandma would make some shit, and she would just chop these big ass chops of peppers and onions and shit in there, and I just couldn't stand it. Like, and everything she made, the food was good, but I'm spending 15, 20 minutes trying to get all these big ass pieces out. And mama knew how to just chop my shit just right so that I'm giving my baby his vegetables, but he ain't got to see him. So I'm going to mama. Raul said you going to grandma's house. I know that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know wrong with Big
See,
Mom.
Oh no. Hell no. They vote
My
shit.
mom used to cook
was
everything.
her
For
mama. So
everybody.
yeah, I know it.
Like, my grandmas would say my mom, so like it's different.
That's what's up. Yeah, grandma, she done cooking. Hell yeah, she gonna say mama. We going to mama house. I ain't cooking no goddamn mo.
hey, I ain't gonna even hold you. Listen, both my OGs could burn it the fuck up. You heard me? Excuse my French.
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
it didn't really matter. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't matter,
Yeah.
to be very honest. But me personally, I just like my mom's swag in the kitchen. She be in there doing her look. You feel me? It's just watching how my mom operate. My grandma was cold though. My grandma was a surgeon in the kitchen. Okay,
For sure.
she got 7 things going, and she like this, book to the book, and you like, okay,
Hey,
OG
yeah.
shit, all that shit like this. Look, a couple
Yeah.
hours, you like, what the fuck? My mom though, she was just like smooth, like, we gonna do that, we gonna prep here, boop, boop, boom, but then she gonna get in there, and next thing you know, you're gonna be like, what the fuck you just did? When you do that, hold up.
Yeah.
She was chopping it with you the whole time and
Yeah.
shit, boop, back, you ain't even
Magician,
know.
dog.
She like,
Like,
damn, the plate ready?
Yeah, that's what's
So,
up, man. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all playing that with me, man. I try to bring a little different segment in every time we do this, but appreciate y'all. Again, it's another one, man. This is another episode of the Jail Show Unedited. Again, the boy EPZ had some things he had to take care of, so I brought in some people to hold it down for him. D Trent, I appreciate you, my dude. I appreciate you always, your input, your energy, all that shit, man. I appreciate it. Killer, the bailout. Appreciate you as always. Mr. Dog, you there? I appreciate you as always, dog. Hey, look, we will be on tomorrow. As always, 6 p.m. Again, I'm on multiple platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Facebook and YouTube at the Jail Show, one word, unedited. On Instagram at the Jail Show, one word, unedited. Only thing is, you gotta hit the link that's in the bio. It'll take you right to where we are. You see, he rolling with Auntie and Papa. All right, there, bud. I see. I ain't mad at you. They burned too. My auntie burned. What up, Auntie Mama? Yeah, she burned too. So I dig that.
Listen, I got aunts, my grandpa, and my pops burned. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm learning that it's very rare that people have like multiple people in their family that can really cook, and I'm blessed because out of 10 family members' houses, I know 9 of them got that
got that shit going.
You hear me? Got that It don't matter where I land.
That 10th house gonna be mine and shit. Like, I'm still learning. So that 10th house gonna be mine. They're like, we ain't going to Johnny. I was like, Johnny, you can come over here. And like, I'm coming. But yeah, man, as always, I appreciate y'all, man. This is the Jail Show Unedited. I'm your boy J.O. D. Trent, CDK.
Welcome,
I appreciate y'all, man.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors, like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics, from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen.
Oh yeah, and as always, look, and then that shoulder, hey, and then look, your shoulders don't roll when you see this. If your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater. You are a hater. My fellas, man, I appreciate you as always. Killer, I'll be at the bar around three, man. Gotta watch these calves, man.
Man, I'm at the job, man. Y'all come down here on West 25th and come watch the joint. I'm down here to get in.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm about to go into. I was just waiting.
All right, what's the name of it?
Nano Brew.
Yes, sir. We'll see what's up, man.
Already.
Yep.